everybody. So today we're going to be building some strength because oftentimes, because of the steroid usage, the prednisone, we often get really weak, and weakness shifts our lean muscles into more flabby fat. And fat is where a lot of the toxins are stored, and that's why we often get stuck with so much weight to lose, but we can't really lose because metabolically the fat sort of kind of becomes more of who we are, so that it really gets hard to metabolize and burn fat enough to where you burn and shift your composition into having more lean fat. So today we want to kind of work on the strength building exercises so that you can start to like firm up all over, getting ready for the New Year's and into the holidays, so that you can be very well prepped so that you can stay strong through as we go into the new year. So come, first of all, onto your hands and knees. What I want you to do is place your knees right under your hips and palms right under your shoulders. And then you're just going to just press firmly through the palms of your hands and round your back like a cat. And then lower your abs as you gaze up and camel. And push firmly through the palms of your hands, all 5 fingers, until you can't go anymore, and really suck your navel to the spine. And you're going to feel those muscles sort of kick in around the shoulders and dip and gaze up and press firmly and really round out the space between your shoulder blades, round them out until you can't go anywhere in this position. What I want you to do is really wrap your biceps sort of forward, spiral them forward, and triceps, the back of your arms, the back, and see if you can activate them. Like, feel free to touch your muscles to make sure that they are indeed activated. Press firmly, and then inhale, gaze up, and exhale, tuck, and scoop. And let's do that 2 more times. Inhale up, and exhale, press firmly, and down. Bring your spine to a neutral position, and see if you can gently, let's keep the tops of our feet down, flat, and then see if you can gently bend your elbows down, right? And then straighten. And I want you to make sure that you actually wrap your biceps forward and wrap your triceps back. Don't hyperextend your elbows. I want you to keep them slightly bent and really kick those muscles in. Right? So I want you to really feel your muscles kind of active, and then bend your elbows down again, and then go straight up nice and slow. So when you bend down, I want the elbows to stay close to your ribs, almost grazing your rib cage, and then go all the way up. And just that little tiny bend does a lot, especially because we're really focusing on our strength and tuning into our body, really paying attention to those muscles, right? We're going to do 3 more times. Go down nice and slow. And often we get fatigued a lot quicker. It's because we tend to have mitochondrial insufficiency with lupus. And so oftentimes our muscles will burn out a little bit quicker, and we feel that lactic acid burn, right? You just shake that out a little bit and just roll your wrists around. A lot of you have a lot of arthritis in the hands, so just make sure you interlace them and then push them out and then back. Push them out and back. Just play with that wrist motion. Okay? And then from there, I want you to just lift them up high up in the air. And then I want you to make a tight fist and spread wide open. Tight fist and open. We're going to do that really fast, right? Fist and open as fast as you can. That's 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, I don't know about you, but that burned for me. So bring your all 5 fingers back and extend this forearm forward and then bring it down. You should feel a nice little stretch on the inner side of your forearm. And feel free to rest your whole hand on your thigh as well. Take a deep breath in. That feels wonderful, doesn't it? And back. And this side, the same thing. And really push down. I'm going to do this so I can feel it a little bit better. That burned my forearms. And I know I'm going to feel that until tomorrow. I noticed with lupus, ever since I've been struggling with lupus, that my muscles fatigue a lot quicker. And unless I'm smart about when to stop, I get to that fine line where if I make it a little bit too, I take it a little bit too far, then I've caused an irritation or inflammation so bad that I have to take a couple of days off because my muscles will burn too bad because of so much lactic acid. Because what happens if you don't have enough mitochondria or mitochondrial support in your muscles, then you won't have enough endurance to sustain that kind of power and energy, and you end up producing a lot of lactic acid from your muscles, and then that causes a lot of the breakdown. That's what causes that soreness. So just really listen to your body, okay? So now what I want us to do is to come back on hands and knees again, right? And then you're going to press firmly, tuck your tail down. And from there, I want you to go ahead and straighten the left leg with the toes down, right? And those of you who can, be brave, using the same motion of wrapping your biceps forward and triceps back. And I know some of you, I may be asking a lot, but if you can, see if you can press the right heel back as well and stay nice and solid throughout. Round your back, tuck your tail under. And if this is a little bit much for you, I want you to keep your knees bent or knees to the mat. And really continue to tuck your tail under and press the mat away with all 5 fingers. Really push, 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 hold. And lower your knees and knees apart and sink your hips back. Is that Pooh? And then go forward and stretch and back gently. And go forward and back. And go forward and back. So from there, I want you to get your hands back and stay high up on your knees, and then step up with your right knee, or step forward with your right foot, and then keep the back toe down, right? And then knees down, and you're going to slowly press your hands or place your hands on your hips and come slowly up into a squat position. And then we're going to lower down nice and slow. 1, and really making sure this alignment stays true for you. Tuck your tailbone under. Really keep your pelvis nice and steady. Really activate your core and come up. You should feel it in the front thigh as well as the back leg. Push up, inhale, exhale, nice and slow. Slower, more painful. 3, and down, and 4, and down, and 5, and down, and 1 more, up and down. All right, we're going to place the right knee next to the left, and then place the left foot in front of the right knee, right? Foot flat. Tuck your back toe down, and then we're gonna muster up our strength from the core, the stability from the core to lift your back leg up and tap your right knee down. 1, up and down. 2, 3, slower the better. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and back. And this time come up, and from this position you're going to step the right foot forward and back and turn. I'm going to turn to face you, but those things are functional movements that I think oftentimes that sort of we give up on ourselves to be able to do. Simple things like going from a seated position all the way up. These are things that many people can't do, but it doesn't mean you have to stay that way. So I really want to challenge you guys to work on that, right? So from here, what I want you to do is stand with your feet shoulder width apart, right? And then to start out, you can keep your hands in front, on your hips, or in front of you, okay? And then you're gonna sink your hips down only as far as you can go. But when you look down, I want the knees to stay behind your toes. And if you're brave, bring your toes up as well. From this position, instead of being hunched forward like this, I want you to bring your shoulders back, 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 as if you're trying to press back into the back wall, invisible wall. And then I want you to stay here and go down and up. That's 1. Down and up. It doesn't matter how far you can go down. It just matters that you're staying, engaging all your muscles here and keeping your knees behind your toes. Why that's important is an alignment issue. I know it's hard, almost like I feel like I'm going to fall back, but I want to make sure that I protect my knee joints. Those of you who have rheumatoid arthritis or have arthritis in the knees, don't go down too far. Just be very mindful. 3, 4, and 5 is really good because all these muscles that you're working helps us to really, really work or walk against gravity and keeps us nice and stable. Those are the big muscles that we're working. And back up. And then just shake them out. I'm going to face you. Those of you who have or struggle with balance, I want you to keep your feet wider. But those of you who want to be challenged, you can keep your heel toe together. Okay? Have your hands on your hips. I want you to lift your heels up as high as possible, like you're wearing stilettos. And then I want you to control the descent. Like go down as slow as possible. Keep those heels together. Good. And up high. And back down, nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Good. And up, all the way up, and down, nice and slow. And up, 4, and down, and 5, and down, and up, 6, and down, and 7, and down. I'm fighting so hard not to fall. It takes work, you guys. It's years of practice to make sure. But I still am at risk of falling just for no apparent reason at all. So I'm so klutzy. But I'm not sure if that's lupus or that's just the way I was born. Who knows? Keep your feet about 3 feet wide. Keep your feet also about 45 degrees turned out, right? And then I want you to drop your hips down and take it up. Shallow squats, okay? We're going to do 10 of those. Nice and slow. 2 and 3 and 4 and up. 5 and 6 and 7 and up, and 8, and up, and 9, and up, and 10, and up. And then bring your hips down. Keep your right heel up and down. Left heel up and down. Right heel up and down. Left heel up and down. Right heel up and down. Left heel up and down. Right and down. Left and down. Up and down. And both hips lift. Turn heel toe your feet back together. Let's bring our arms out to the side, right? Really extend them out. We're just going to turn them up, palms up, and then palms down. Palms up and palm down. Palm up and down. So that's, 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Good. And then bring them here and then press them up. 1 and 2, imaginary. So make your arms weigh a ton. 3 and 4 and 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Bring your arms down by your side and extend them back. Let's bring our left hip back or left foot back. You're going to kind of lean forward on your right knee. Feel free to bend that front right knee. Keep your elbows bent by your side and then extend your elbows straight back. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. And step the left foot forward. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. And fold forward, bend your knees, hands to the floor. Keeping your knees kind of bent for those of you who don't have the flexibility in your hamstrings. So bend your knees and straighten them as far as you can, stretching the backside. Bend and straight. Bend and straight. 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, and 10. And stay down and alternate bending your knees side to side. Inhale, lift your chin and chest, palms flat. From here, bring your left foot back. Keep your right foot between your hands or place your arms or hands and adjust accordingly. From here, I want you to lower your back knee and stay here supporting yourself. If this is all you can do, that's fine. Stay there. You're going to feel a good stretch here. I'm going to just kind of come back or bring my upper body back, kind of stretch into that left hip and my left quad. Take a deep breath in. It's so important. Whatever we strengthen, we want to be able to stretch them out as well. Just so it's like a muscle pumping, you want to get the blood into the muscle and then give it opportunity to stretch the other way. And then bring your hands on either side of the right foot and shift your hip back as you straighten the right leg. Those of you who have a little bit of a flexibility issue with the hamstrings, do what you can, but see if you can pull up and out, pressing the right hip joint straight back, right? Instead of hunching over like this. And if you're hunched over like this, you might want to just, come up as much as you can, like here, and stay there. But try to keep your chest nice and open, toes up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. I know that's an excessive stretch for a lot of you, but you know, there's always a starting place for everybody. Wherever you start is your starting place, and it only gets better from there. So don't feel like if you can't do certain things, get discouraged, then never return again, right? Challenge yourself, bend into the right knee, and then we're going to go ahead and bring your hip up, bring your left foot forward, right? Take a deep breath in, lift up and out of your chest, fold forward, take a deep breath in, and exhale. Then bend, alternating knees side to side. Stretch further into your hamstrings. And then from there, bring the right foot back, keeping your left knee bent. And then gently lower your right knee all the way down. Ease down onto it. And if you have any knee issues, I want you to feel comfortable with putting a pillow over your kneecaps. So you're not displacing your patella or your kneecap. And if this is all the stretch, which is fine, that you can handle, that's fine. Please stay there. Don't force. I'm going to kind of come up and get a little bit more stretch into my hip flexors here. And kind of responsibly sink my hips forward a little bit so I can feel the stretch on the front side of my hips on the right side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Place your hands on either side of the left foot. Slowly hinge back as you straighten the left knee. Pull up and out of your chest. Keep your left knee straight as much as possible, but keeping your shoulders back and chest wide open. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Slowly hinge forward, weight over to the left foot there again. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee off the mat, step the right foot forward. And from here, inhale, lift up and out of your pelvis. Exhale, fold. And again, if you need to keep your knees bent, that's fine. Stay there and take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. From here, see if you can, however way you want to get to the floor, right? But I want to kind of show you, I want you to be able to bend all the way down, get your bum all the way down, and come to a seated position, as opposed to alternate ways to get there. All right, so from a seated position, I want you to keep the left heel into the groin. Extend the right heel away from you, kind of like make an L with your legs, right? Take a deep breath in and exhale. Bring your right hand on the outside. I'm going to fix my wires here. On the outside of the left knee, place your left hand behind you, straight behind you to support your spine. Your spine's going to be perpendicular to the floor. You're going to twist toward the left side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. One more breath. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So from here, I want you to place your right hand in front of you. Lift the left arm straight up, and you're opening up the left side, left rib cage up toward the ceiling, really expanding your rib cage up, really opening that. And you see my hand is flat. If you have room, that's fine. Maybe this is all you can handle today. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And as you gain more range, you might be able to lower the right elbow all the way down without collapsing down, but really keeping that nice openness in the chest. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You should feel a good amount of stretch on the left side of your torso. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come all the way up. Good job. We're going to do the opposite side. So extend the left heel away from you. Bring your right heel to the groin. Left hand on the outside of the right knee and twist over to the right side. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good. So from here, I'm getting all wrapped up here. Okay. So from here, I'm going to place my left hand in front of me, lift my right arm up, and really stay open and really be honest about collapsing or opening. I want to twist up toward the ceiling, get a good amount of stretch here. Most of you will probably stay here, but if you feel like you can, go ahead and bend into the left elbow and continue to stretch up through the right arm, really feeling this nice excessive stretch on the right side of your torso and breathing into the right lung space. Opening the right kidney band behind you. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come all the way up and see if you can extend the right leg all the way out. So making about a 45 degree on either side, toes up straight. And then see if you can walk your hands forward and stay nice and straight. So I want you to focus on keeping your spine nice and open as opposed to hunched forward, right? So if you're here and you're extending your spine up, you might just be okay with keeping your spine perpendicular to the floor. So it's all about moving your pelvis to roll, allowing that to roll on your femur head or your hip ball and socket joint, right? So I want you to hinge forward from your pelvis and go as far as you can, keeping your toes to stay straight up. If the toes are rolling forward with you, you're not doing the stretch that I want. So you're aiming to roll the toes back. That's going to keep your hips honest. And if you're able to have that openness in the chest, you can start to come down on your elbow. It's a lot of work. There's a lot of activation to a point where my hips are shaking. So it's not like just a splatter of a stretch, but it's a very responsible way to stretch because I'm toning, stabilizing as I stretch into my hip space, right? Come up nice and slow. For us, it's more important for us to stretch responsibly rather than to just stretch and cause micro tears. You may not feel the tear today, but there's a lot of repetitive damage that can be done if done the wrong way. So please pay close attention to my cues so that you stay safe. Bring the soles of your feet together in front of you. Sit up nice and tall. Those of you who have your knees up like this, that's fine. I want you to pull up and out, and you should allow the gravity to take your knees all the way down, right? Take a deep breath in, chin forward, lead from the chest, and come forward, all the way down, all the way down. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Pretty excessive stretch again into the hip space. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See if you can take it a little bit deeper each time. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Come all the way up. And let's just sit loosely, however way you're comfortable. Raise your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, pull the palm side up and stretch up and away from you. Take a deep breath in and exhale. See if you can aim your arms behind your head, really opening up through the shoulder space, right? From there, keep your right hand up, bend your left elbow from behind your head, grab the left elbow and pull it down and reach that left hand behind you and take a deep breath in. You're stretching into that triceps, the triceps that we worked really hard I think we touched on most of our muscles today. Take a deep breath in and exhale. You don't have to sweat hours in the gym to stay in shape. You really don't. You really have to be very strategic and smart about what you want to do so you retain your musculature. So let's just have both arms up, stretch, interlace them again, and leave your left hand up there as you bend your right elbow and pull that right elbow back and stretch into the right triceps. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Lower your arms down, bring your left arm forward, and grab a hold of the left arm from behind the wrist with your right hand or right arm. Bending your right elbow, pull the left arm as the left arm aims to be straight, and you should feel a nice deep stretch on the back side of that left arm. It feels so good. Sometimes a proper yoga class or a session is so much better, residual effects, rather than getting a passive massage. Trust me, it just does wonders, and you know that you're improving your body as opposed to somebody massaging you in ways that only momentarily feel good. So reach your right arm across your body, bend your left elbow palm side forward, and press that arm back toward you. And stretch. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Lower the arm. Interlace them behind you. Pull your shoulders back, shoulder heads back. So really expand your chest. Raise your interlaced hands up, open up, gaze up. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Take a deep breath in and exhale. So I hope you enjoyed our session today. That was a very rigorous strength building. Even if you weren't able to do all of it, over time, if you keep showing up, your muscles will start to act. This is all muscle memory. You're just enhancing its connection, your brain to your muscle connection that needs to be strengthened if you want to compositionally change your fat mass into more lean muscles. It does take a little bit of work on our end to be able to do that. So I hope you join me next week. I'll see you soon.